Part two of the game. Here we just talking about 26 things that broke ass Negroes do. Last video I got up to number 10. So we're gonna start this one off with number 11. Number 11. So 26 things broke ass Negroes do. Number 11. They allow circumstances to push them into criminal behavior. Yeah, even though they have circumstances that demand an income to deal with them, um, because they weren't able they did not pursue a marketable skill. The circumstances kind of pushed them in. Remember, I was talking about the checkers and chess. Checkers and chess is those are games of strategy, and you can have a strategy that forces your opponent to make moves without you actually physically touching them. They but the circumstances on the board forced your opponent to make a bad decision, a bad move, and they have no choice in the matter. That's the only move they can make to continue in the game. Well, that's sort of like this. You don't go to school, you drop out of high school, drop out of junior high, drop out of college or whatever, and you try to get a couple of little jobs to try to maintain, but it just ain't enough. So you finally get tired of hearing your woman crying about how she wearing the same old clothes, she live in the same old house, she driving the same old car, your children are wearing hand-me-down clothes. You finally get tired of that, and you might get tempted to do something illegal so that you can make some extra money so that you can supplement your income. But the bad thing is here is when you do illegal things, they can call the what do we used to call them? They can call the alphabet boys out on you. The FBI, IRS, CIA, ICE, DEA. They call the alphabet boys out on you when you start doing stuff crazy. So we don't want the alphabet. We're not in a situation where we can. How you gonna defend yourself against the alphabet boys? Alphabet boys got unlimited resources to hire and pay lawyers to just crush you. A public defender, no way is going to defend you in a way where you're gonna come out with a good case. So you need a real lawyer, and you don't got the money for a real lawyer. Or let's say you do got the money for a real lawyer, but the alphabet boys stop you, freeze your assets. Now what? So we got to start looking at the game and looking at this situation from um, at a larger line of vision instead of just the move we making on the board. And we got to say, you know what? What if I just stop playing this game and look at it from the whole situation, as opposed to I look at the whole 360 degrees of the planet instead of I'm looking at the you know uh, 1.5 feet by 1.5 foot of this checkerboard, or 1.5, or the chess game. And I think I'm smart because the my opponent is letting me think I'm smart because he's letting me make moves. In actuality, he already knows you're gonna lose. He already know you're gonna lose, but he's letting you make different moves. He know where you're gonna end up. No matter what move you make, he knows where you're gonna end up because he wrote the rules, right? It's like somebody playing a card game with somebody, and they say, "Hey, we're gonna play the game that I just made up." And I'll dispense the rules to you, and I'll let you know when you do something wrong. You always gonna do something wrong, right? So anyway, that's a situation. So yeah, we got to get into a situation where we stop allowing circumstances to drive us into criminal behavior, so that we can feel like we're doing something. Because you might get away with it for a year, might 2 years, but I'm telling you, you get away for it so long that somebody gonna give you up. One of your clients or one of your competitors, or somebody gonna give you up just to save their own skin, and then you gonna end up doing a bid, and all you're trying to do is make it work for your family, but it's just not worth it, because the alphabet boys will come in and they will paint you into looking like you are a hardcore threat to menace to society. Number 12. We're talking about 26 things broke ass Negroes do. Number 12. They pursue, commit, and have children with women of low quality and or low intelligence. Ah, yeah, yeah. So they pursue women who they perceive to have a low intelligence or a low standard of for a man to meet in terms of being in an intimate setting with them. But the problem is they ended up impregnating such women, and then they go, "Uh oh," and then a lot of them just say, "Well, I'm not going to deal with it." Out of sight, out of mind, right? I just stop calling. I'll just stop answering their calls. The pregnancy will go away. Everything will go away if I just stop answering their calls. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. You put a life out there, man. You're gonna be a man. You got to get out there and hustle and put food in that child's mouth. So, providing you're not trying to kill somebody else to put the food in their mouth, you gotta work like everybody else, man. We all gotta try to feed these children we got out here. But pursuing the wrong type of woman is that is a I don't know what it is in America. In American, it seems to be something that American black men are really good at, and that's pursuing the wrong type of woman. And it seems to be something that we uh, uh, kind of encourage each other to do, and that's foolish, man. I don't care if you only sleep with one woman in your whole life. It's better to sleep with one good woman than 1,000 bad women and have a rough life. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it. Just because you want to have a lot of have a lot of notches on your belt, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And you been when you with women with low character and low intelligence, they will do things you cannot communicate properly. Let's say you hit the corner and you say, you know what, this is crazy, man. Hey, baby, I'm with you. I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna go to truck driving school. I'm gonna learn how to be a truck driver. I'm gonna learn how to be a plumber or electrician or this or that, or I'm gonna open my own business or whatever. You try to better yourself. A woman of low quality and low character is going to see that as a threat. They're not going to see that as something needs to be done here. Because a lot of women, man, if you get them used to living in squalor, they will be satisfied in squalor, and they will get. That's how they'll see you living in squalor. And when you try to say, enough of this squalor, I want to live in a clean house. I want to not, or I want my house always clean. I want my car always clean. I want my life always clean. So now I'm gonna work to get it, keep it clean. A woman of low intelligence or low quality is going to be threatened by you trying to all of a sudden clean yourself up. She's gonna realize I can't mentally keep up with this cleanliness, and so they're going to sabotage you. They're going to set little mind landmines in your day, in your life, to sabotage you. Oh, the baby, you can't go to school tonight. The baby needs you to do that, and they're going to try to sabotage you and get you off your goals, not realizing that. See, they don't understand you're trying to stay ahead of the fact that you are not making enough money to make this thing happen properly, but they're going to sabotage you. That's just the way it is, man. When they feel insecure and threatened, they're going to sabotage any type of progress you're trying to make in your life, because they're going to look at it just like they would look at it as another woman coming into it. They won't look at that degree as another woman. That degree is going to give you options. See, when a woman has made, this is how a lot of women think, and I would say a large majority of women think. Most women think like this: if I got you in a serious relationship or a marriage, that means the work is over. I can now balloon up to 100 more extra pounds or more, and you're supposed to be just as attracted to me as it was when I was 100 pounds less than this. And if you're not attracted to me sexually, then you never really loved me. That's how they really think, man. They really think like that. And so and this is an education for them as well, that's not how it works. And there's nothing more honest than the penis. And if the penis is not getting erect, then there's a problem with a. This is for women. If you're with a man and his penis is not getting erect anymore around you, there's something you're not doing right. See, yeah, I don't have my doctor's degree yet, but I got that figured out. You're not doing something right. If you do something right, trust me, if the man ever loved you at all, he will be able to be. And it doesn't mean that a man don't love you. It just telling you the truth that he's not, maybe not sexually attracted to you anymore, and you need to bump your game up. Can't rest on the laurels that you had before. But a woman of low intelligence and or um, character is not going to see it that way. They're going to see it like this: my subject is committing treason. That's how they're going to see it, and they're going to have anger, and they're going to direct their anger and resentment to you because you're not responding to them. They feel like doesn't matter what they look like, you should always be sexually attracted to them. And if you're not sexually attracted to them, you never really loved them. And they don't understand that sex, being sexually attracted and loving somebody is two separate things. Lust and love is two separate things. Two separate things. Got to have the lust and the love. You got to have the lust and the love. That's what makes it right. You got both. Not just the love. If you got just the love and no lust, you're going to lust after somebody else and love the one you with. And if you got just the lust, you're going to lust after this person, but you're going to fall in love with somebody else. You want the lust and the love there. So a woman have to keep herself together to keep the lust there. And women of low intelligence and low moral character will not want to do that work to keep her game tight. She will not. She will want you to. They will try to get you to accept less. Like, I'm not going to keep myself up. You got to learn how to accept the fact that I'm going to stay this big and stay this undesirable. I'm going to stay at this undesirable state until, of course, a divorce happens. Then they're going to hit the gym and get ready for the next person. And that's sad, because why won't you hit the gym now and get ready for the person you got now? But anyway, I digress. That's another topic. But being with women of low, and you're gonna definitely not see it on different eye to eye, or you won't even be able to, even though you might see eye to eye with not see eye to eye with a woman of a higher IQ and understanding. That person, at least you'll be able to talk about things like religion and politics, and you can come to an understanding. Okay, you know when not to go too far. They know when not to go too far. When you're talking with a woman of low intelligence, they're not going to want you to have a difference of opinion. Period. A difference of you having a difference of opinion of them, they're going to take that as disrespect. They're gonna look at you as the uninformed person. I'm telling you, they're gonna look at you as the uninformed person, and you don't want to be in a household that you going out every day working and paying for, and these people. The only way for you to keep the peace in the house that you paying for is for you to never open your mouth. No, we don't want to live like that. We want to be able to say, this is my house. I'll say what I want to say in my house. If none of y'all don't like it, y'all can all leave. That's the way I feel about it, at least. It ain't about being disrespectful. It's just I'm gonna say what I feel like I should say. I mean, I don't have to. You don't have to be disrespectful. I don't run around being disrespectful. But if I need to say something, I would just say it. And in a way, I feel like the person would be able to catch it. And if it hurts their feelings, it hurts their feelings. But some things need to be said. But anyway, I digress again. We're talking about the 26 things that broke ass Negroes do, and I just went over number 12 about pursuing and committing and having children with women of low quality. And then you have issues with child rearing. Discipline matters. You want to discipline one way, she wants to discipline another way, and they stand in your way. You set up a discipline, and then they covertly go around you and re-establish, cut your discipline without telling you, without consulting with you. This is all things that these women do. That's why you got to get a woman that's at least close to your type of understanding. Maybe they don't know all the way, but you don't want anybody that's way beneath your understanding or way beneath your ability to communicate ideas to. You don't want someone like that. You want somebody that's going to trust you and listen to you, and then somebody who's going to be able to, you can communicate, and they smart enough to realize when to push the line, and they smart enough to realize when to let you be the man. Enough said there. Number 13. 26 things broke ass niggas do. Uh, they let the state and single mothers father their children. So broke niggas think it's cute to let to have 15 different baby mamas and let the state go ahead and take care of them, and then they just pop in, at Christmas time with a little, one of them little, 99-cent store wind up choo-choo trains, and say, yeah, here I got a little Raekwon. The, and they buy 10 of them at their place, the same one, and they give them all to the little baby mamas, right? But that is foolish, and all it does is serve another purpose, which is, see, single motherhood was the black single motherhood was the was propagated and set in motion to be on a mass scale by President Lyndon Johnson. And because he put on welfare, and one of the things that was written into the welfare is that the man could not be there. So that in itself, that made single motherhood explode, because now you can get the gifts, and one of the benefits is there's no man there. Well, if there's no man there, there's no one to lay down the law and teach the young children how to go in the right way. It's only the mother. It's only the half. It's only the half of the stuff, half of what you need to get to where you're supposed to go. So that's like you need a full tank of gas to get to San Diego, but you only got a half a tank of gas. Are you gonna get to San Diego? No, you're not gonna never get to San Diego. So that's the situation. And so a lot of black women are not in this position to try to teach, especially the young males in the house, how to reach their full potential. And if they do teach them, they will have typically some attributes of females in their uh, the way they conduct themselves. If the state is taking care of your children, you're in bad shape, and the children in bad shape. There's no man to teach the children how to grow and be a man. And this also serves the reason why they wanted to do this, and I'm talking about specifically the Lyndon Johnson administration. They wanted to do something like that is because they wanted to be able to um, invest in prisons, and they needed people. They need a constant flow of people going to prisons. And guess who they had in mind? Well, if there's no father to tell the young men how to avoid uh, criminal behavior, which leads to jail time, which leads to prison time, um, therefore they got to always revolving door of prisoners. Always revolving door of prisoners. And if the justice system is harsher on blacks, then I mean, and which is proven. This is not me. Woe is blacks. You know, please liberals help us. No, 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 no. This is facts. I'm just stating facts. The justice system is the harshest on blacks, and the least severe on whites. That's just the way it is. That's not me. That is a fact. So anyway, I'm just stating the fact. And so you in the paradigm of how this thing works, you have to act accordingly. But if there's nobody there to lead you to act accordingly, then you're gonna get caught in the noose. You're gonna just keep getting caught in the noose, like them slaves running away from Kente, from the Kente tribe. Anyway, so that is number 13. Uh, Number 14. Broke niggas spend at least 80% of their income on frivolous debts. Yeah, so they get jet skis, they go to Vegas and spend a bunch of money they don't have. They get cars they can't afford. They get uh, 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 apartments they can't afford. They get all kind of stuff they can't afford just to try to impress some girl that probably ain't gonna be down with them no way. They try to get all this stuff to impress these women, and it's just really ridiculous because they end up losing most of it it ended up getting repoed, and then they have the nerve to be mad at the repo. Let me. I don't understand this. How do you not pay? How do you not make payments on your car or your house? Then when they come to repo it, you mad at the repo man. How does that work? I need somebody to explain that to me because that don't make sense to me. That don't make a damn lick of sense to me. But I'm just sitting here saying, damn, man, how do you do that? But we put ourselves in these positions. We put ourselves in these positions because we over leveraged. You should be spending around 30% of your money on, I mean, not even 30, maybe 10% of your money on something frivolous. Not even close to 80, but we spend 80% of our money on our car, clothes, or just any or trips, anything just to do anything. I'm talking about the men specifically right now. I ain't even talking about women. I'm not. They're not even in the discussion right now. I'm just talking about black men. We do a lot of stuff, and most of the stuff we do is to impress women. Rims, radios, TVs, uh, you know, strip club. I mean, just all kind of foolishness. This is what we spending 80% of our money on, and barely trying to get by with the rest of what we got, and that's crazy. That's crazy. And then we went, how come we can't pay our child support? We always broke. Of course, you always broke because you ain't taking responsibility for your financial situation. But I digress again. That is a major portion of why we are having so many problems is because we spending so much of our money on frivolous debt. Now, a house is not frivolous. You need a house, but I mean, do you need like bearskin rugs and furniture and chinchilla skin furniture? I mean, you don't need that. You don't need that. Get you a regular little couch, a nice little bed until you can afford better. Then we doing stupid stuff like going to payday loan places or renting furniture to own. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Crazy when it's just ridiculous. And we doing stuff like this, and people advertise to us in the black community like that makes sense. You can rent to own some furniture. How much is this sofa? This sofa costs $500. Oh, how much is it cost to rent? You can take it out of here now for $25 and $25 a month for the next 2 years. Oh, but that's gonna be almost $600. Yeah, well, that's how it is. I mean, with interest and everything, and charges and everything, it's gonna be over $600 or $700 for a $500 couch. That's crazy. Maybe even more. You gotta stop. Same thing with these crazy cars. Yes, you need a car that works. Okay, you need a car, but you don't want to spend all your money. You want to get yourself all in debt, paying a car note that's like $500 600, and you only making 2 G's a month. I mean, come on, man. You can't afford that car. The car shouldn't even be more than 20% of your gross salary monthly. The payment. If it is, you can't afford that car. You can't afford it. But we'll get on. We'll get more into that later. Uh, Number 15. Broke niggas do not plan for the future. They got a fuck it attitude, right? Hey man, you drop out of high school, yeah, but fuck it, I'm out here in these streets. I'm having a good time. Okay, what you gonna do in 10 years? Man, fuck it, I don't know. I'm just rolling right now. I'm just rolling. Don't bring me down. I'm just on mine. Yeah, but someday you're gonna have to pay the piper for this little ride you got going on here. Yeah, well, it ain't today, so I'm gonna just keep on moving, baby. Keep on moving, right? And guess what end up happening? They end up having to go get involved with crime because they don't have the skills. I've already discussed this on the previous video. If they don't have any skill set, they have to go get in a crime to get money. And where they gonna go? After they get in a crime, they go into the pokey. And there's a reason why they call it the pokey. They go to the pokey. The alphabet boys come and get you, right? Alphabet boys come up or pull up to you, and the first would be the FBI. Oh, we got you on tape. We got you on surveillance doing all of this stuff. Well, how did you know I was here? Oh, we got your we track your cell phone. We've been tracking your cell phone for a year. You didn't even know. We tracked your cell phone, your mama's cell phone, your girlfriend's cell phone, all of their cell phones. We've been tracking you for a year. We got all your conversations on tape right here for the last year. We even got your girlfriend on tape talking to you. But I'm married. I got my wife. I know. We got your girlfriend. Your girlfriend lives at ABC Street. We got her. We got all the stuff going on. We had a bug in her house. Got a bug in your house. Got a bug there. Got a bug. And where are the bugs at? Oh, they're in your Direct TV box. We set them up in your Direct TV box. Wow. Yeah. Wow. We know. We got. We know. We can do it. We put them in your lampshade. We put them in your light switch. We put them all over the place. We got you. So you need to come and just sit down with us and make this happen. Well, I'm gonna give me a lawyer to fight it. Then the IRS comes in. Oh, well, guess what? Cause you doing some interstate, you was selling rocks between Maryland and Georgia. Check this out. We froze all your accounts. You can't go touch a dollar. And anybody that try to help you, we gonna freeze their account. Go try to get your mama to help you. We gonna freeze her account. You know why? Because we gonna say it's a conspiracy. We gonna say it's a conspiracy. She was involved in the whole conspiracy. So anybody try to help you is a conspiracy. So you gotta take this public defender and get your ass rammed. And you take a free ride on the way down to the pokey. And they got you. They got you. Cause like I said, they know all the moves you can make because they got the board set up already. They make it look like you can move independently, but they already know your independent moves. They know where you gonna end up at. Man, it's a cold piece, man. But I got to tell you the truth. I want you to make sure that your children don't fall into these traps. So I got to tell you the truth, man. It ain't gonna be popular. It ain't gonna be. It ain't happy. And some of us don't want to hear it. But I got to tell you the truth. I didn't. Like Malcolm said, what Malcolm said. I came here to tell you the truth. I didn't come here to tell you say what you like. I came here to tell you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. These things have to be dealt with, so we gotta tell the truth. But we ain't gonna deal with them if we ain't talking about them for real. Next thing is broke niggas always have side chicks. Let me tell you something about side chicks, man. Side chicks are expensive, man. And when I'm saying expensive, maybe they don't. Either they want money, or they want time, or they want both. And if they want money, you barely got a little bit of money, and all your little money you got, instead of putting it towards you becoming a success or starting your own business or becoming a plumber or a landscaper or electrician or whatever, instead of you furthering yourself and making yourself have a marketable skill, you got to spend your money on this side chick. And 9 out of 10 of y'all side chick are gonna be single mothers. 9 out of 10 of y'all gonna be spending your money on side chicks that's single mothers. And like I said on the last video, single mothers are. I mean, any woman can go to court and try to get money off you, but a single mother has a built-in excuse that they can walk right in and get money, attack your finances. They got built-in reason they can go ahead and do it. Oh no, not Charlene. Charlene would never do that to me. Watch what happened to you. You tell Charlene you ain't gonna see her no more, and you're gonna stop giving her that $300 a month, or that $150 a month, or that $500 a month that you were giving her, or whatever. Watch and see what happened. Watch. My advice to you guys. I'm not no moral police. I'm not the moral police. What I'm saying. I want to be moral, and I'm trying to get more moral. I'm looking at everything from a mathematical perspective. So this has got nothing to do with morality or the, religious reasons or not. This side chicks are too expensive to have in your life. You cannot afford a side chick unless you're at the top pinnacle of success. And even then, when you're at the pinnacle of success, a side chick can't do nothing but have sex with you and pull you down. That's all they can do. So you either gonna move on from who you with now and move on to somebody else and enjoy life with that person, because side chicks, man, side chicks are like rocks in a stream, man. You see a nice pretty rock in the stream, you put one rock in your pocket. Then you see another pretty one. Oh man, you put that rock in your pocket. And you see another. Before you know it, your pockets are full. You can't even walk, cause all these rocks are all these pretty rocks are in your pocket. They holding you back. You gotta eventually start taking some out and putting them out. And you realize, man, you know what? I don't need none of these rocks. I saw them already. Okay, it's good enough to look at and keep on walking. That's how you got to be with all these side pieces, man. You got to leave these side pieces alone. But I know a lot of y'all gonna say, man, no, not my side piece. Not my side piece. Man, do you know the kind of side piece I got? Brother, I understand. I understand. But do you know what you facing? You are facing abject poverty. It may not have hit you now, but at some point you are going to not be able to work or not be able to do something at some point. And listen, think about this for just a minute. Do you want your children to put you in a home or your spouse to put you in a home just because they can get money for you and you go nuts or you lose faculties or you lose your faculties? You want to be able to decide where you're going to end up at, because you might be around some people that might not have your best interests at heart, and they don't want to see you uh, they don't want to see you happy, even after you worked your whole life to make sure that they had something to eat every day, had a roof over their head every day, they were safe every day. They still may be so ungrateful that they will say, man, when finally I can put this man out the pasture and I can move on and do something else. Do you really want that to happen, or you just want to be at the mercy of the state? No, sir. That's why you want to get your own business or get your own career, stack you some money, and then start your own business or whatever. But you should be entrepreneurial minded at all times, trying to move yourself into an entrepreneurial business, and then get yourself to a point where your business is making money, your side business is making money, your career is making money, and you can stack money, and you can do things you want to do. You can do things you want to do, and that's how it is. Nobody's gonna give you and me nothing. We got to go out and work for it and do something for it. Don't get mad at the white man. The white man sees something, man, he gets up, he looks at it, he studies it, he studies who's protecting it. Once he figures out who's protecting it, how they getting their nourishment, what's going on, he might even follow home the security guard's mama. He'll figure out everything that's going on before and then he'll attack that problem. He'll make a plan for everything that might go wrong in that problem, and he will go out and get it. We got to be like that. We got to think of everything, and of every situation, and we got to attack it that way, like real men. Attack every problem by thinking it out and saying, okay, this is what needs to be done to make that happen. Okay, bam. This is what we're gonna do. Side chicks are a distraction, and they are, most of them are money pits that we just do not need in our lives, man. So get rid of them side pieces, man. That's my advice. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, but that's not coming from a moral position. That's coming from a mathematical position, from a financial position. Side pieces are absolutely devastating to your finances, and they are just not worth the time or money in most cases. I know you saying, well, my side piece keeps me sane. Okay, then you need to do something else, because even though they're keeping you sane, they're costing you money from pursuing your goals. And eventually, your side piece is going to say something like this to you. Okay, um, I've been here 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever, and I've understood about the children going to college and all of that. But what's the plan? Because if you're not gonna make a move on me, somebody else will, and so I need to know. See, you waiting for the bottom to drop out of that situation. You need to just say, hey, baby, go ahead and pursue your goals, because I'm gonna pursue mine, even if I got to be by myself. If I got to be by myself, I'm gonna pursue my goals. Because trust me, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. You get your finances in order, where you got money coming in all kind of different ways. You can't even count it. That's how it's coming in. You ain't gotta be 50. You ain't gotta be Steve Harvey with all this money, but just enough money where you got money, plenty of money coming in, where you are taken care of. You can go do things you want to go do. Trust me, women are like bloodhounds. They will smell that and they will find you out. They will find you. They will find you. You ain't got to worry about women. You need to get your financial self in order. And the first one of the first steps you can do is get rid of these side pieces. Number 17. We a lot of times broke niggas will attack other productive men. Okay, so they see a man, he working every day, he going, he stayed in school, kept his pants up, and now he moved up now he's 35, 36 years old. But now this cat is like a supervisor somewhere, make 150K a year. The dude, the broke nigga be like, look at that nigga. He think he's somebody because he driving a Lex. He think he's somebody because his children go to private school. He think he's somebody because his son know how to play the saxophone and his daughter know how to play the flute. He think he's somebody because they go play soccer every week. They think they white. I Black people are the only people that'll do something like that. Where they'll say, if you a broke nigga will say to you, you think you white because you have some type of success. That is fucking crazy to me. The white man doesn't dictate success. Success is being able to do what you need to do. Being able to do what you need to do. And the white man got nothing to do with being successful. He just follows a plan. They get an agreement. Hey, all of us are gonna follow this plan. We gonna be successful as a group over all of these other over all these other groups. That's just how they work. I mean, I'm not nothing knocking them. That's how they work. Okay, they all have that understanding. Hey, you know, bottom line is we as a group need to be in control of all of this stuff. That's why they call themselves conservatives. Just being real with it. Whatever they call themselves, liberal or conservative, it doesn't matter. The aim is to be for them to be in the controlling uh, position, as they are the majority of the population. They saying, hey, since we the majority of the population, we gonna be in controlling interest. Period. I can understand that. I can understand that. So since we the majority people in the black community, we should be the controlling interest of the black community. Us, not no one else should be coming in and starting businesses and making a ton of money. And not that I'm mad at them, but they wouldn't let us do it. You can't go open up a you as a black man, you can't go in the Asian community open up a store. First of all, they would never let you open up a store. But if you did open up a store, you'd be out of business in 6 months. No Asian person would even go in there. They're not gonna turn their back on their Asian people. I don't care if you was giving, the things they eat away. Maybe rice or maybe noodles or soup or whatever they eat over there. If you gave it away, they still wouldn't come in your store. They're not gonna turn their back on their people. That's how we need to be. We need to get that kind of love for our people, man. Anyway, off on another tangent. Off on another tangent. They attack, broke niggas attack productive men. Productive men, here you are. You got men out here, black men, trying to create a situation where our children can have a pool of information to pull from to make good decisions. And these broke ass niggas, man, they so insecure that they will attack men that are actually doing good and say, and then you know what they say? This is the real kicker right here. Just the real kicker right here. They'll say, you know who's stopping me? The white man stopping me. If the white man wasn't stopping me, I'd be this. I'd be an architect too. I'd be this. I'd be that too. But it's the white man stopping me. Really? What the white man doing to stop you? Oh man, this is government, man. It's all this stuff. Man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. God is with us. The white man can't stop us. We allowing the situation to be the way it is. White man is not even him. And by the way, the white man's got way bigger fish to fry than us. Way bigger fish to fry. We've always been his number one issue, but now, man, he got so many issues worldwide. He got way bigger fish to fry than us. So we need to be on our game. And so now we have the opportunity. Everything is open. We need to just make these moves so we can put our people in places where they need to be so that they can be more successful, stop going to jail, committing crimes, etc., making everything safer for our women, our children, and ourselves included. But we can't do that until we address this list. So anyway, they always attack productive men and then come up with excuses why they're not being productive. And it's just sad, man. It's sad, and I'm only saying it because I want us to stop doing that. I want us to, be able to appreciate a man, and instead of seeing that man as a threat, see that man as that is something I need to do. You know what I mean? As a roadmap to where you can get yourself together. I don't care what age you starting at, you can get yourself together. Moving on. Broke ass niggas abandon their financial goals because of a woman. Okay, big booty woman come into their life. They meet her at where? Typically the club or some other Negro place of buffoonery somewhere, right? They'll meet this girl, go out with her, and then they say, "Man, I'm in love with her because why? She accepts me for the buffoon that I am, and she will not call me out on my buffoonery. Therefore, she's a down ass chick." Because she won't call me out on the stupid shit that I'm doing. She's a ride or die. That's what they say, right? A ride or die chick. Because she won't say, "Hey man, wow, you know, I mean, you a smart cat, man. You could be doing a lot better than what you're doing now." But because she won't tell me that, and she's like ride or die with me, I'll be with you no matter if you sitting in a shoebox. Oh, that's a good woman. That is not a good woman. A good woman to say, "Look, I love you, but I'm not gonna go sit in no shoebox. I know you can do better." They will encourage you. See, this is the difference between a good woman and a bad woman, and a bad woman that thinks she's good. A good woman will encourage you to do better and say to you, "Hey, I love you, but I love me too, and I love me enough that I don't want to live in that situation, and I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I got these children. I cannot put them out on the street and live in a cardboard box. So I'm gonna have to make a move. And then if you don't want to be with me, and then if I gotta leave you, I have to because I'm thinking about these children." So that's a good woman. A good woman, a bad woman that thinks she's a good woman will say something like this: "I'll be with you no matter where you go. If you going into the gutter, I'll be with you in the gutter." A good woman is always gonna try and encourage you to get up from the bad point that you at. They ain't gonna say, instead of jumping into the mud with you, they're gonna say, "No, baby, if you going into that mud, I got to let you go by yourself. I'll leave a rope here for you. You can climb out when you're ready, but I gotta go and take these children. I'm not gonna drop these children in this mud so they could drown. I'm not gonna do that." See, that's a good woman. A good woman gonna encourage you to do better, not lay down in this mud with you. But see, we don't so crazy, man. We don't even recognize good women when we see them. We don't because we think a bad woman is a good woman and a good woman is a bad woman. We just inside out and upside down. We black men, we are absolutely out of our fucking minds sometimes. But I'm just saying that is the reality of the situation. That's when we abandon our so a good woman come and say, "I'll be your ride or die." Just because she don't call us out on our bullshit, she's our weak. "Oh man, I love this girl. I love this girl." And so now you say, "You know what? You might wake up, right? You might hear one of my videos and wake up and say, 'Wait a minute, that cat is right.' When I was 25, I didn't understand, but now I'm 30, I understand what he's talking about." Sorry about that. I live in the hood. There's helicopters going by, ghetto birds. So, um, so, now I get what he's talking about. I see what he's saying now. I got it now. I got it now. I'm gonna go and try and get myself some. I'm gonna try to go and improve my life. Hey, baby, guess what? I went by the community college. I got some paperwork on me getting back in school and going. She said, "What? Why? We doing fine here. I get my assistance. You get to what do we? We don't need nothing. All we need is each other, baby." Man, somebody tell you something like that, you better run. You better run, cause you in a bad situation. Somebody, let me tell you something. Besides, and I said this before in another video, besides rape and murder, the worst thing you could do to somebody, besides, okay, let me tell you three: rape, murder, and physically assaulting somebody, whether you causing harm to them. Besides those three things, the worst thing you could do, man, is encourage somebody to not fulfill their fullest potential. To pull somebody off of where they're going. They're heading into a good place, and because because you're threatened, you yank them down and say, "No, baby, you don't need to do that. I got you." How long you got me? And what you mean you got me? And what happens if something happened to you? Then what? What happens then? See, if you're a good man, if you're a good woman, you're gonna understand that this man wants to stand on his own feet. Eventually, his ass gets sore, and he wants to stand on his own feet. Wants to be his own man. Wants his woman to look at his eyes and say, "This man is who's carrying us. This man is carrying us. Not the federal government, not the state of Indiana. This man. This man is making things happen." So that he wants to be that man. So let him be that man. Let him go and get his education. Let him go further his education so he can get a marketable skill. So he can come out here and be proud of himself for accomplishing something other than being, just a regular old Negro that's down and out on the street blaming white people. Boy, he ain't got everything. Anyway, man, we got to stop here at number 18. Don't abandon your financial goals for nobody. No woman, no man, no family member, nothing. Never, ever, 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 ever abandon your financial goals. You will be sorry if you do. You will be so sorry if you in school to be a nurse or whatever, a doctor, whatever, and you decide, oh, I'm not gonna do it now. No, and because Rakisha decide that if Rakisha say, well, if you gonna do that, you gonna be in school 3 days a week, then I guess me and you ain't gonna be together. You gotta say, you know what, that's very disappointing. I know that I really don't want that to happen, but I understand. You got to be big, man. You got to have your big boy drawers on. Hey, you know what? I understand. You know, please, take all the time you need. I gotta get this right. Trust me. Trust me. Who's gonna be coming back looking for you in 4 5 years when you rolling in the dough after you don't accomplish your financial goals? Guess who's gonna come looking you up? But of course they're gonna have 2 or 3 children by the end by a couple other dudes. But I mean, that's who's gonna come back looking for you. But that's another story. Never ever ever abandon your financial goal. Never ever ever abandon your financial goals. You will be sorry. You will be sorry. And if somebody tells you that it's good for you to abandon your financial goals, say a ride or die chick is gonna be like this. You gonna go to school, then I will help you go to school. I will help you. I can't help you do the work. I can't do the work for you, but I will, support you and try to encourage you to do it. That's what a real good woman was gonna do. A bad woman is gonna say, "How you gonna go to school? That's gonna hurt our relationship. You don't need to go to school. I got us." Yeah, but what happens? Something happened to you. You get hit by a bus on the way to work today. See, that's how you got to think. You got to think about yourself. It's nothing. It's not being selfish. It's being honest. You got to be honest. All right, I went too long on this one too, so let me cut it right here. Peace and blessings, and I'll finish the list.